Okay, we are live. I might be a little loud here. Perfect time for the song to start turning down too. So, welcome everyone to the stream. This is for CINF 171, esports class for UAlbany, and this is the final stream. This is a really fun final project, I think, and a really cool implementation of everything that we've learned thus far. So this is using all OBS, all the intro stuff, and anything that we really learned like that. So I am excited to begin. And what we're going to be playing today is not lo-fi music, unfortunately, but I'm going to be running the Resident Evil 4 remake. This is a game that I've been playing like crazy lately, and 30 hours might not seem like a lot, but on top of everything else that I have to do and get done, it's been quite a time sink, and I really love it. So I hope Steam is not messing up my stream right now because the window is kind of glitching. Okay, we're good. Yeah, this game has been absolutely awesome. I'm a huge fan of the original game, and I couldn't really think of a better choice to actually for something to play. So yeah, my enthusiasm might be a little bit intoxicating, but that is to be expected with a game of this high quality. So I've actually already beaten the game once. I'm on another playthrough now. And what I thought would be the best idea would be to just do a brand new playthrough and kind of show what the game looks like when you first start. And I would be going really fast because I've already done most of the stuff. So I figured we'll do that. We'll just start a new game. And this difficulty is the hardest one in the game. Like, you only get it once you beat the game the first time. So I think it would be kind of fun to see me struggle on that for a while. But for no one, or for people that haven't heard of Resident Evil 4, it is essentially a very important game in not just the Resident Evil series, but the history of, I would say, all 3D games in general. It really pioneered the sort of over-the-shoulder camera angle that has shown up in so many games since then. It was really the first game to actually do that. And on top of that, the gameplay is just super fun. It has a sense of campiness to it in the original that is just so classic. And this game is really nostalgic for a lot of people. Not necessarily me. I didn't play it as a kid, like a lot of other people did when it originally came out in 2005. But I did play it, I think last year, or maybe 2 years ago. And I fell in love with it already. And it still holds up as one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. So I'm really excited to play this for the stream, and hopefully our settings and everything are good. I always like to double check, but I don't think anything should have changed since the last time. And there's a really well optimized PC port too, so we should be having a very smooth stream here. So I'm just gonna go into the main story. We're gonna do a new game, and we're gonna go for professional difficulty, which may be a mistake because it's actually supposed to be really difficult. But this game introduced a whole new slew of things that were different from the original game. And yeah, I'll try and break those down as I go. If you've never heard of Resident Evil, it's basically just like the zombie franchise. So this cutscene might be a little violent. Yeah, I'll skip the cutscene. I'm not going to show anything too gory. Hope the audio is loud enough. Sorry, I'm going to turn on... I'll turn on subtitles in a second. Oh, I tried to alt tab. So that cutscene is basically summing up what happened in the events of Resident Evil 2, which follows the same protagonist here, Leon Kennedy. Yeah. I don't want to talk over the cutscenes. So I will sum up the plot points in a second, the finer things of what's actually going on. But I do want to let the cutscene breathe for a second too. Wow, big frame drop there for some reason. I'm going to point out the counter a lot if it does some suspect things like that. This game ran fine last time I played, so I'm hoping it's the same here too. And here we are. Please do not be hovering around 20 frames in gameplay. We're going to shoot up right now. No, we're not. Okay, well, while I tweak these settings, I'll try and kind of explain what's going on. So, essentially, as we saw in the intro a little bit, this character, Leon Kennedy, is trained as a government operative now after the events of Resident Evil 2, in which he was a cop just starting out. And he's been tasked with finding the president's daughter, who has been captured and gone missing in this European country. So that is basically the gist. You are playing as a more rigid and a more jaded version of the character that you played in Resident Evil 2. And I can turn that down, right? The graphics don't have to be amazing. I just want to make sure that everything runs fine while we play. Frames aren't the biggest deal, but that's essentially why we're here. We're here to find the missing president's daughter of the United States of America. So that is what we're doing here. And that's where they just dropped us off. They dropped us off for where there's a lead. So this game isn't particularly as scary as some of the earlier Resident Evil games. It kind of saw a focus to more action-based gameplay rather than the more traditional survival horror elements, which the series was really familiar with. Gross. But there's still a little bit of that in this game. I think managing your resources and your ammunition and things is very important, but it is definitely more action-centric than the other ones. And this remake, too, saw a lot more focus on horror and more darker than the original game, which I actually appreciate because I think that's pretty cool in these games. And also, I have the mask on for some reason. You can like change your cosmetics after you beat the game, so that's why I have that stuff on. But very creepy so far. Let me turn on subtitles too. I should have came prepared for subtitles. Okay. I don't like subtitles because they give too much away. You know, like when you play the first time, you just know what they're gonna say when you can read it, but. So a lot of the game, a lot of the characters, pretty much every character that's not a main character is going to be speaking Spanish because they're locals and we're in their territory. So that scene that I skipped at the beginning kind of fills you in on what's going on, but I won't say too much just to keep the mystery. But overall, some very creepy occult things happening in here for sure. And we'll see just how much in a second. I love his jacket. It's such an iconic jacket. Uh-oh. Alright, so something is definitely not right. Let me tweak a few more things, and then... Why does it say my graphics usage is so high? I think it's definitely because of the stream. And also that I'm probably streaming at 60. Which I shouldn't do. So let me fix that. And now it's back to normal memory. Okay. What else did I want to change? I think that's it. Yeah, stinky. So I started on just a fresh playthrough. So that would mean I'm going to change everyone's accessories here. Just to not look, you know, too silly. So if I was playing on like the New Game Plus version, I would have like all my weapons from my previous save. But since that's not the case, we're just going to run with the default stuff. But I love this game because it just throws you right in. And the story's pretty simple. And I like stories in games too, but this stuff is really atmospheric and really spooky and cool. So I just like to appreciate it. I want to take off the mask. You could see his facial expressions. Yeah, I don't think he's alright, man. So, this is kind of new for me too, even though I know this game pretty well by now. Uh, I have not played on professional yet, so I'm a little worried. Oh, jeez, they're really grabby in this game too. I'm just gonna run because ammo's limited. Oh shoot, there's ammo in there. No, there's a herb. Oh jeez. This isn't even like the intense part yet. The intro of this game is so iconic. And they changed quite a bit from the original, but I think it all really still works. You want to give the player some surprises. And look at that. That's who we're looking for.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle.
Baby Eagle.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
The location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are. Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
So the original game was definitely really goofy in a lot of ways. Leon would have like a lot of these silly one-liners, and dialogue between characters would just be pretty campy, like an action movie. So they definitely changed a little bit of that. But I think he's still just as funny in this game. A combination of like dorky and cool. It's great. And the original game is really funny. If you haven't like heard any dialogue from it, it's hilarious, but in a good way. If something's yellow, that means you can grab it. Also, I figured I would say this too. So the inventory system in this game is pretty iconic because it lets you work with a limited number of spaces. All Resident Evil games kind of do have the limited inventory thing, and it really ties into the survival horror aspect of what you should carry, what you need in the moment, how limited your resources are. But this system's pretty revolutionary because it's like, it's just really fun to organize things too, and it's just really memorable. So I figured I would show it here. And this case gets a lot bigger as you get more stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to show that. I'll probably play like through the first major area if I can make it through, because this is, I can already tell this is going to be brutal. Gunpowder, that's for some crafting stuff. We don't really need to worry about that. This is how I would save my game. The typewriter, again, pretty iconic. As you can see, I have a couple saves, so I might as well save this one just because it's, you know, just because it's new. Oh, we're dropping pretty bad here. I can't even imagine the village segment. Alright, I'm just going to reduce the settings for now and see if that helps anything. Why did I stream at 60? 30 is perfectly fine, but I want to give that quality. Alright, so there's going to be a few guys here in a second. Box. Pesetas. Oh my god. I'm not going to bother with them. We need to conserve all of our resources for the next part. See that? There's our friend. That's tough. So if my intuition is correct... Okay, no, I thought there would be something better right there, actually. But that's perfectly fine. So this is a really well-known section of the game, and it's pretty much the first thing you do. We start with first aid spray. That's actually really good. But I'll probably just do the herbs. So essentially, this is a big, big section, and there's a lot going on here. And it's changed pretty significantly since the original, because you can like sort of stealth your way through, and that just wasn't an option in the first game. So I'm not going to stealth my way through totally, because I don't think it's possible, but we'll do a little bit. And I'll get into the more actiony stuff too. It kind of turns into a mad dash at that point, so just gonna get some resources and then we'll see what we can do. Locked drawer. There's a guy in there, but I don't know why he's not waking up. So I just like to hop in there, and then it's about time.
Here we go.
Oh. Oh, jeez. I did not even see him behind me. Ooh, so they introduced a sort of new thing in this game for the parry. I want to show it because it's really cool. Oh, jeez, there's so much more grabby in this game. In this mode, at least. There he is.
You could be kidding me.
The chainsaw dude. There's actually quite a bit of lore and story to like how these people got like this, and you see it throughout the game, but it's pretty wild. There she is. Yeah, me too. Oh, there it was. So that was the parry. So if there's like an incoming attack at you, you can, oh geez, can you please move? You can kind of block it, and it's really nice. But in this mode, it's limited to like a perfect parry, which is different. And I can't parry that. Oh my god. So sick. Wow. Oh man. Jeez. That is a lot harder than it should be. I notice in this mode they swarm you a lot more. They grab you a lot more. But that's kind of a product of the remake too, because Leon couldn't aim and aim and move in the original. So like whenever he would aim, he would have to stand still. But now that he's more mobile, they'll grab you a lot. And I realize there's no autosave in professional modes, so if we start all the way back here. But hopefully we'll make less stupid decisions now. Also, watch out for traps on the floor because they're literally everywhere. I'm just gonna run past these guys. You know the deal. Ooh. And there's stuff in this cabin over here to the left, but oh, there's a trap. That is BS. I'm sorry. I was stuck. What could I do? So there's like a speedrunner way to skip this section entirely, or at least like cut it short, but I don't think I want to do that. And I don't even know if I can do that because it's like really hard to do with just the pistol. Yeah, we saw this. We saw this. What I'm going to do is get my stuff, and we're going to try again. And she's always standing here. I think once you jump through the window, it starts to like go to stealth, so, or go to the one. It alerts them, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It alerts them to your presence. All right, she's going over there. Oh, they got me. I think. He said, "Donde estás?" So. Alright, might as well get to it. How did she come up from behind me? I'll be safe up here, of course, right? They will never get me. Now we have 2 healing items, which is really good. And actually... never mind. That went really poorly. Alright. Oh, you've seen this already. So I'm not gonna wait around. Just gotta go really fast. He's cutting through the door. I don't even have the shotgun yet. Ah. They do a lot of damage now, too. No, 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 no. I do not want him to cleave me again.
Here you go.
Oh, jeez. No. Sometimes the best option is literally to run. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, so if your knife breaks, it's really bad because you can't get yourself out of those anymore. Oh my god. They really grab you. Like, he rushed me. Grenade. Nice. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. I did not expect all of them to be in here. Whoa! Look how many there are. Back in the house. Back in the house. I don't know what that was. Oh, Jesus. Look how many there are. Oh my gosh. As I proceed to hop down with everybody. No! Ugh. Wait, maybe he saved me. Maybe he saved me from this. He did! Thank you! Thank you, Mr. Chainsaw Man. Oh, come on. Dang, that is really hard. That is really, really hard. On that difficulty. That is crazy. Jeez. I want to beat it. I want to show you what happens when you beat it. I might put the stream on pause briefly and refactor some things, but I don't know. I know I could do it. I just got clumsy with how I got hit. And I used too many heals, so we're going to try one more time. And you'll see kind of how this goes. It's really difficult. I mean, there's a lot of ways people have found exploits in this game. Like certain speedrun skips and things like that, which I've used in different runs. Oh, he's always going to get me, isn't he? I'm just going to reload if that happens. So a lot of people do things like you can pretty much skip the village section entirely if you hit a shot precisely at like a church bell, because the fight ends when the church bell is called. And yeah, you can like you can activate it yourself, but I'm not confident enough to do that, and I kind of wanted to show what it looks like anyway when it happens. So the best thing to do is just to wait. Like, you have to just survive long enough and wait it out. Alright, that's the best way to do it, because he gets stuck behind there, and then we run. We run as fast as possible. No, 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 don't let this happen again. I am not having fun on this mode, if you can't tell. Why did I do this on professional? Why? It's the worst idea. But it wouldn't be fun if I just blew through it all either, so. I did play the game the first time on the hardcore difficulty, which is like, they say is recommended for the people who've already played the original. And I was like, of course, that's me. And I realized that it's actually pretty hard on both modes. I never know where this other guy is. Trap on the floor. I'm not gonna get hit by that. This is an uncomfortable stream. This is not good. Yeah, so I played the game for the first time on the hardcore difficulty, and it was actually way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Like, these, you know, Resident Evil games aren't supposed to be really easy when you crease them like that. But I didn't really want to play on standard the first time either. I kind of wanted a challenge. And I was very familiar with the game already, so... Yeah, but, I mean, in terms of a remake, this is an amazing, amazing remake. Capcom, the developers, they always hit it out of the park with the remakes, except for the remake of 3. That one was not really good. But Resident Evil 2 remake, the first game's remake, they're all fantastic. And this one's no exception. Which kind of worries me because I think this feels like the peak of the series. Resident Evil 4 is usually a lot of people's favorite Resident Evil game, and it's mine too. And for good reason. I'm not even going to look at the cutscene. You know what's going on. You know what we have to do. Oh, it just happens anyway, I guess, huh? That's a shame. Alright. You get knifed here. And we're going to get this stuff. I think most of the spawns are random. Like, it's always between gunpowder or pesetas or something else. I always forget it's over here. Grenade, nice. Very good. And now they hear me. I think. I don't even know what happened there. Not really even useful to me right now. This is a bad spot to be in. God bless those herbs. So essentially this area will go on forever unless you go in this house. However, I am going to go up here and get the herb because I don't want to mess up again. And there's definitely some like super optimal way to do this run, but I have not found it besides doing the church skip. Alright, let's get in here. Yeah, that bookshelf, you can like move that to block the window, and there's a lot of ways you can manipulate the environment too to kind of give yourself the advantage, but it's not really too useful right now. That is useful though, like when you knock down the ladders and things, so. There's behind me too. Are you serious? Oh my god. What? Dude. Okay. Well, I did not realize that was the auto kill. I was actually not doing terrible until that point. I don't know what it is with me in these streams. Every time I've done a stream for this class, I've played like the hardest possible games. I played Elden Ring for the first one, which I hadn't played in a while at that point. And I was fighting the last boss in the game, who was one of the hardest for me. And then now I'm playing this game, which is usually not that hard. I can do it, and I'm pretty good at it most of the time. But this is clearly a bad example of that, and I guess being on camera makes me really bad at the game, so. But again, I've never played professional, which I did not know how hard it was going to be. We just have to survive. Come on, we just have to survive long enough. We've done the same thing. Don't go in any of the pointless houses. Don't do any of the ennui. Just let's go. Herb. There we go. Please give me like something. No. Okay. Okay. Money's useful, but like not now. I'd really prefer ammo. I feel like I'm not using my gun enough, but again, I really want to conserve the ammo, and I'm also not trying to get grabbed when I'm aiming. Yeah, see? Do you see what I mean? It's best to run. A lot. That's so cool how you can block the incoming stuff too. Get the herb, and then we jump out. Or fall down. That's fine. Getting that other grenade before was nice, but I don't think that's going to happen again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Resources now is actually pretty good. I didn't think that would happen. Because now we can do this. And get ammo. Where did you come from? He almost grabbed me. I did not mean to do that. It's fine. I blocked that. Thought. Found a first aid though, which is really good. That might not have been the best use for that. No, get off of me. Get off of me. If I had that grenade right now, that would be perfect. No. Ah, this is so tense. I'm trying so hard not to choke. Some would say I already have. Come on. I really don't want to lose this right now. Oh, that was a bad play. Come on, bro. Leave me alone. House is always safe. House is always safe. Even though nowhere is safe. Treasure. That was value right there. Oh, jeez. No. Come on. I've still got heals. Actually, no, I don't. I have no heals. I still have ammo, though. Yes. There it is. Dude, the sense of relief you feel from hearing that. I'm sure it's palpable. Oh, jeez. You saw how many tries that took. You saw how intensive that was. Gosh. The serenity of that bell is like so relieving. Also, for the clarification, these aren't normal people. There is something wrong with them. They're being controlled. Lord Sadler? Who is that? Leon's about to drop one of the hardest lines of 2023 right here. And this was in the original too, so you know it's good. Spooky.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Bingo. That's it. They were all going to bingo the whole time. Resident Evil 4. That's probably the last run I'm ever going to do on professional. Okay, so that is that. I kind of just wanted to play through the first big segment, which is the village raid, and show you what the game sort of looks like. I know I didn't go over every mechanic, but can you really blame me? And as I was saying, I know I wasn't able to go over every single little thing that was happening, but you can kind of get a feel for the combat. You're switching between weapons. You're parrying with your knife. If you get grabbed, your knife is also a defensive tool. There are grenades and like side arms, things you can use, healing items. And the combat is really deep, and I really love it. Like, it's such a step up from the first game, but the first game's combat was amazing too. They added so much to this game by changing really so little about the core formula, and that's what I think is so amazing about it, just from a game design perspective and from a remake perspective. So since there's no autosave, I am going to get to the next typewriter, and then I'll call it there. The stream's been going on a long time. But among my many deaths, I hope you realize why this game is really cool. And maybe I've intrigued you to play it yourself, and if that's the case, go nuts. And this remake came out almost 2 months ago, or a little over a month ago. I did not buy it on release. I thought I was, but you know, things get ahead of you. Yeah, that's where we gotta go. So, like I do with most of my playthroughs, I always save here. There's no reason not to. Chapter 1. Still chapter 1. There's about 16 chapters in the game. And as you can see, 70 or 88 times. I played once through on hardcore. I'm getting through my standard run. And now this professional run for the stream. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. But as I said, this game is really awesome. It's one of my favorites right now. And, I mean, Resident Evil 4 as a whole is one of my favorite games. So, yeah, I encourage you. Go look up some gameplay. Go look up some new trendy videos that are coming out online, because there are many. This is a really big deal for a lot of people. And it's had its time in the spotlight, which I really am glad to see. So I couldn't think of a better option to play for this stream. I know, it's a little violent. Probably not the most appropriate, but, you know, we're here to have a good time. So, yeah, I'm probably going to sign off for the stream for now. But, again, thank you for watching. And I'm just going to tweak some settings real quick. And then we'll hop into our little end card here, because get a pretty good idea of what I want the end card to be. So, yeah, that's going to be it pretty much. Let me just pull this up. Yeah. Again, thanks guys, and I'll see you around.